All right. Yeah, so we'll just act normal. We were talking about, so we talked about maintenance. We talked about keeping the elbows out of the thighs. So you know how to do that now. You want, actually, let's do that a little bit. So, again, basically think about this as this is your home base. Every time you get into a mount, unless you just have a really easy opening for an underhook where you're gonna be able to start coming forward, then you're always gonna start here, right? To stay safe. Because if you just overzealously come forward, then it's gonna be easy for me to start kipping you off and things like that. So when we get here, you wanna be trying to keep, this is my route to get out when you have upward posture. The only other thing I can do really is I can push on the butt. Like if I put my foot on the floor and bump you forward and force you to come forward, and now I try to go into kipping escapes. Yeah, but when this happens, like if I try to do that, you're just gonna, you know, like you ever watch bull riding? It's like you just make your body loose. So I go like this. Yo, exactly. So you'll be fine as long as you're aware that this can happen. So really the main thing is me getting my elbows in. So this is really important. So if you just want to put your
Did you have the hand behind the head when you did this?
No, so you don't even want to come forward.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like-
So you're just gonna put your exactly.
Two
So
hands?
you don't need two hands. You
Okay,
just
so
need
one.
you just go underneath. So you go from the trap down to the tricep, and then just lean your weight this way and pull it out.
Hand on that or no?
You can do that if you base. Lean that way. That's it. Now suck the knee back up into it. Yeah. So you take that space away, right? Exactly. So let's say you're down at the hips real low, and I get my arm inside. Now let your arm down the trap all the way down to the tricep, and lean and pick it up, and then take the space away. So yeah, taking the space away should be automatic, because that's what's fucking exhausting about it. Is like every time I even get an inkling of an escape, you go in and you take it back again. So you just pull it
I
out.
know we did a little bit of like going like kind of like the same thing and putting this down.
Yeah.
It's always preferred like first go to the tricep rather than
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, because it's gonna be easier. I mean, it's harder to just pull this
It was a little
out.
tougher than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah. When you have the hand, but like down up
Yeah.
here, lifting.
Like-
Yeah, it's harder for me to when you have the whole entire tricep to keep it in there, especially when you can just like shift your weight. So like that shift to this side and then suck the space up with your knees. Try it one more time. That's it. Yeah, like this is gonna be super difficult to deal with. Okay, so I think actually let's just do the cross wrist gripping real quick. Just get your weight over it this time.
So let's keep close.
Yeah. Now you can pass it off exactly. So you just take one hand. You don't even need the second hand doing it. You're strong enough that you're big enough.
And then
that you can do
I
that.
shouldn't be extended, right?
Oh yeah, you'll extend it. You'll be like straight gripping. Yep. Yeah. So you'll be stiff arming it out. So I'll just keep doing this for you a little bit. Good. Next time if I go here, you take the back. You keep your chest over the elbow. Yeah.
Or keep it actually.
So you could go straight to the freaking format. Right. Yeah. So if you just remember, that's the dilemma we're playing. If I go to save my own arm, then you can put your chest over the tricep, so I can't pull it back because my elbow went across the center line, right? And so anytime my elbow comes across the center line, like this is a good thing too, just to know in general, like, because you're gonna have guys that are not that disciplined in mount, right?
Yeah.
Like me, I'm gonna be pretty disciplined, but a lot of people, they're just gonna be here maybe, and they get, like, let's say you're sitting up, this is when it's gonna be super common, is when they try to go into this knee elbow escape, they're trying so hard to get this leg and trap it that like their elbow comes right here. This is back take city, yeah. You're just gonna take that every time. As soon as the elbow is past this line of your body, just put your body on top of it, and now you're gonna be able to start taking the space. And one of the big things about taking the space is bringing that right knee all the way up into my back.
So it's the chest first.
Yeah, and then bring the knee really high, because now I can't put my back on the floor because your knee's behind it.
Is this knee still on the ground? Am I up?
You can put it up or down. I don't think there's if you wanted to keep it in here even, you could do that, because now when you go to the other side, it's going to become my bottom hook.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So it won't be an issue. You could also, it depends on what you want to lock when you land, right? So if you want to lock If you want to just have a bottom hook and you want to go into like a truck entry or crossbody ride or, you know, a high ball ride or whatever you want to do, then having a bottom hook will be better. Or if you want to trap arms. But otherwise, I would put my foot up in the air like you were doing, because then when you go, your shin's already completely across the body and it's very easy to lock a body triangle. Assuming that the guy's not like super thick around the waist.
Yeah.
Like you could do it to me. Like I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I might be able to lock a body triangle on you, but maybe not. Like you, just like bigger dudes is harder, you know. So
I don't have to feel like I have to squeeze you with that foot.
no, you don't have to. Yeah, even if you catch that leg. So like a lot of times, if somebody gets, oh, we'll do one more thing. This is super important. Yeah, we'll do one more. So, let's talk about if I do catch your ankle. So, if I do catch your ankle, so come here, lay down. So, if I'm here, sorry, we'll do it like this. You caught my ankle, like you're doing that knee elbow escape. So let's say you caught my ankle here. The problem is not the fact that you caught my ankle. The problem would be the fact that you have inside position here with this elbow. So your elbow's still inside my knee. This can actually be like a gift to me.
Yeah.
Because what happens is the guys think that they're so close to getting out that they'll try so fucking hard to get out, and you actually just make it really easy to stay here. So they actually burn a lot of energy when they feel like they're gonna get out with the knee elbow escape. So yeah, exactly. So you have your knee there, or you have your elbow there. What I wanna do is make sure I either pull this out, or as soon as you catch my foot, so let's say we're here, and as soon as you catch it, I step back, and I just make sure that my knee goes deep into your pocket of your hip, okay? So when I get here, my knee goes as deep into the pocket of the hip as it possibly can. So you try to get your elbow position back in there, and it's a lot harder, right? You know, I just try to go all the way back, and then what I'm gonna do is sit. I'm gonna actually lace my feet and sit on your legs like this. So when I'm sitting on the legs, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my right elbow over the hips like this. So now you can't back up either, right? So now I have you, I'm basically leg riding you. I took away all the inside position, and you can't scooch or shrimp away from me.
Yeah.
So when we're in this position, it's actually, there's a couple things we can do. We can try to do back takes by rolling. I could roll over this left shoulder from here.
Not usually my go-to.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, if I'm in mount and I'm cooking someone, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
So, but it's really easy. You just sit here and you can just wait for people to let you get either upper body inside position. You can just look for underhooks and a crossface. And even if you don't get underhooks, you just get a crossface and you pull it towards you. And now all I have to do is come forward, lean my weight forward, and I just start peeling this off my foot and come right back into mount. I mean, since I've learned how to do this, the amount of times anybody's actually like successfully gotten me off once I like get this foot trapped is very, very low, because this works so well. Yeah. And it honestly, it makes it really, really hard for them to go anywhere. This is almost like a worse pin than the mount, because they just don't know what to do anymore when they get here. So again, I just put the biggest key is take away this inside position. So I just turn and I put all my weight and my knee pointed in your hip, and then I'm laying on your legs, and I put my arm across your hip like this, so you can't go backwards. Try to move from here. Yeah, it's really difficult. And I can just even hold this out if I'm worried you're gonna get inside position. And then I'm just looking to grab, whenever you kind of calm down, I just look to grab the head, crossface, or underhooks, or whatever we want. And I come here, and it's so easy just to take my foot out with my other foot and come back high on the body.
That's perfect, because I get like stuck in that quarter guard a lot.
Yeah.
Not really stuck, because it's not too bad, but it's good to have another.
Yeah, it's definitely a position that you can really get. People kind of give up because they're like, fuck, my foot got caught.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to know how to do this. So if I go here and I take this off, now what you're gonna do is, so it'll be less of a pinch, more of a back step.
Okay.
So when you back step, just think about the back step is about putting this shin over my leg pile and then putting this knee on the floor and into my hip. Yeah. So try it. No, not that high, like on my shins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So back even lower than my knee. So Yeah, let's say it's like this.
Oh, okay.
And then this just needs to be really put into my hip. So lower. It's on my ribs right now. Turn onto your hip almost, onto this hip. Yeah, that's better. But then try to put your weight a little bit. That's better. Now you're gonna put your left elbow on the floor here. Yeah, this is good positioning. So you see how this is kind of like tilted into my hip?
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna try to get, you just play here for a minute. I'm gonna try to get inside. I'm gonna try to move away. Yeah, see, I can't get my hips away. All of this space is taken, and I can't get my legs on the ground either, so I'm really unathletic, right? This is leg riding. This is like folk style mixed with jiu-jitsu inside position. So even if I did get this inside, you could use this hand, take this back out, this one. Just manually take my hand out. Right.
I don't usually do this. It doesn't feel as sturdy as I thought it would. Should I? How active should my legs be here?
You'll have them. You're just gonna need to. Yeah, you're just gonna need to like get used to. Let me think. Taylor, would I be able to use you just for a second to show him like what it looks like?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if, because I feel like if you see it, you'll see how my body's tilted, and then it'll make sense like how this feels. So just from now, let's say Taylor catches me. Damn that dog hair.
I'm sorry.
No, I fucking have that too.
Yeah.
So she catches my knee, and now I'm just gonna turn. I'm backstepping so that my knee goes really low and literally right into that pocket of the hip bone. So I go like this, and then I sit back. I can either just keep my legs uncrossed, or if I cross my feet like this is good too.
Do you like finding like her ankle with that and hooking like here, or do
Yeah.
you want to keep your foot off?
I like to have it just literally down on the calves. Like, so basically my knee will start on the back of the knee here, and then my shin will go across the bottom of the calves. And then, but you see how like, I'm tilting and I'm putting all my pressure into the hip, because I'm really just don't want her to ever get any of this inside position here. And then I'm putting my elbow over the hips. That makes sense? Yeah. Okay. So I'm almost like on my own hip. I'm not quite there, but my outside of my knee is on the floor.
No.
Protective.
No. He's just a freaking butthead because he wants all my attention all the time.
Let's try this again. Would you want to do it on this side or this side?
Let's go the same one again.
Okay. So I'm here, catch this. So back step and try to put this on the floor. Yeah, like turn so much. Yeah, that's better. I'll put this on the, like even lower into my hip. Yep, that's it. And then you'll be not quite leaning that far back. You see how you're just like putting pressure into my hip? And now you can cross your feet, like do a triangle. Yes, yeah, that's good. Now you have the ability to put this.
And then
elbow
with
on the
this,
floor.
I'm just get it anywhere around.
Yeah.
It can just float. I don't have to hook anything.
Yeah, it can just float. Honestly, it's better to just like make it long. So make that triangle leg long, and then just have it be flush against my calf. Yeah, just put it low. Yeah, that's good. This feels really good. Now go left elbow on the ground along my hip line. Yeah, because it's my hips that you're worried about going backwards, right? So now this is perfect. Do this every time. This feels really good. This feels super tight. So now let's play from here. I'm just gonna try to move out. This is a super stable position. Especially when you have this leg long. If I try to bump you this way, you have a post. You see that? Keeps you based.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna help instead of having short. I'm trying to get this inside. This is what I would have to be doing. But again, this is like, it's gonna be really fucking difficult for me.
And
to
I'm
get out
probably
of
like
here.
sitting back. Like I want to sit back here, like here.
Yeah, so you're halfway. I mean, don't be sitting back so much that you get tilted backwards,
Okay.
but you're basically just really trying to like blade this knee in. Like try to pressure your weight into my hip. Yes, you feel that?
Yeah.
That's what you want. This is exactly what you want. This is gonna make it really difficult for me to get out because I gotta get this inside position to get out of here. And now you can take a pick of what you want to do. You can grab underhooks. If you grab like a cross face and underhook, then go ahead and pass. So you can grab an underhook cross. It doesn't matter what side because you're going to a symmetrical position, right? So you can go either cross face or underhook on this side. It doesn't matter. So I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it right back in the same spot?
What I would do is hike up. So you're gonna have cross face and underhook, and then hike your body up. So like go into a tripod. Yeah, bring your hips up off the mat, and then take your left foot and put it over my thigh and peel out your other foot. Yeah, open that up. Exactly. They'll come up. Now, when you mount, remount really high.
Okay.
Bring your knees all the way to your elbows. Yeah. Exactly. So you're kind of like, when you go to do the remount, it's going to be like this. You're going to be coming up high and taking your foot out and start untangling my legs, right? And that's how you get your foot back out. So yeah, once you start using this, you're going to really like this.
Yeah.
So get here, and now you just sit back. Like, you could lock your legs, exactly. But just try to get this, really try to bring it back. Now you can put this on.
What am I doing with this arm? Is it just?
You just have it faced out. I would maybe keep it back if you're not using it, like, because you don't want me to just start doing weird shit where I'm just like, I'm not gonna do much there because I can't. I'm fucking flattened out really, and I can't move. But I mean, you just don't necessarily want me. I don't know. Even if I go here, I guess you're just gonna get cross face, right? This is gonna become your cross face, and then you'll pass again. So you get here, this is good. Now go ahead and get cross face under it. And now you can hike up, like hike your hips up really high. Yeah, now pull it out. That's good. Yeah, and then you got your knee side. Good. Yep, that's it. Perfect.
A little bit of a dance.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to take the back out of there, like if you, let's say, but we should try it. Maybe you're done already?
Huh?
No? So we'll try it just because I think it could be useful, especially if, like, let's say you're doing a tournament and you're down on points and you just need to get extra, like you get to, this is a fast way to the back. So you don't even have to get all the way up to the mount and then get like a figure four backhand and arm like you would, like we were doing earlier. You can just shoulder roll and you'll go right into the back. So from this position, especially when we have our legs triangle like we're talking about. Let's say I'm here and I delayed my stance back. I'm doing everything right, making sure that you can't move. And then whenever I'm ready, you kind of like relax a little bit. I'm just gonna take my left shoulder and roll over my left shoulder this direction. I'm gonna look at your feet. So when I roll over my left shoulder, I look at your feet, and I'm gonna try to extend my legs too, so that I can get you to rotate through. So I go like this, turn and roll. I rotate you through, and I look for this arm. Once I get this arm, I can pull you into me. I have the ability to still triangle my legs down here, and this becomes, like if I have my foot on the ground, you're never gonna get your leg out, right? If I have my foot off the ground, then you might take it out, and now I'm losing my entanglement. Yep, and you can start turtling and things like that, but if I have this down, it's very hard for you to do anything like that, and I can just take my second move. So, it can be really useful. We'll just do it a couple times. I catch here, go ahead and blade again. Yep. Yep, so you're gonna roll over this shoulder. That's it. Yeah, I mean it's very likely if you go for this, you're gonna get the best. So it is a really good move. It's just depends on what you want to do. Like you want to stay on top and stay on top.
He was really one-dimensional.
His shoulder rolls good. So one thing we'll add here is just look for. So you have my legs crossed on one side, right? You have like a hook on my leg. Look for the opposite arm. As soon as you land, look for that top arm and pull it to your chest.
Okay.
Because you want to have diagonal control on the back. So you want to have opposite sides of my body, upper and lower body controlled. So if I have, let's say you have my left leg with a hook, right? Let's say you're on my back, you have my left leg with the bottom hook, then you need my top right arm. Because that's going to keep me from moving out and turtling up. Because those are my two ways of escaping. So that's like the minimum requirement, right, for holding someone in the back. So whenever you get there, just look for that. So we get here, finish going backwards. And then go ahead and roll. This with this arm. Just so go like you just pull this arm to your chest with a claw. So like this.
Oh, okay. Like a hook. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you don't, then like let's say we just rolled through and if you didn't have this, I might try to turn it up, right? So that's the problem. But that's good. We can move on if you want to do something else. So
Let's do one more.
okay. It is fun to do those. So Chili really likes those.
Can I do this without?
You can do it without. Yeah. You don't have to. It's gonna be preset for you when you try and go. That's it.
Little clumsy,
That's
but
good.
yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Nice. So we'll talk about calorie timing. Calorie
Did
timing.
you just think about doing that leg right thing just now in the moment?
The leg right thing?
Yeah, or did you have that plan before?
I just thought about it.
See, that's good.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. I do it myself,
Yeah, yeah.
but I didn't like come in thinking we should do that. I just remembered like, yeah, we should probably think about
Fantastic.
that.
I'm gonna use it
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely use that. You're gonna be. It's great because it's like it takes a position that used to be like, ah, fuck, I totally lost my out, into I'm actually like gaining something out of this. You know, either they're gonna get a back take, or they're gonna blow their load trying to get out of this thing that like isn't. It's like a mirage. They're like, I found water in the desert and there's no water. You know, so that's why it's really good. And it's just super good control for a guy who might have like good mount escapes, but they don't know what the fuck that position is, you know, once you get there. Okay, so Kagetami. So Kagetami is we'll talk about we talked about walking the arm up, right? Okay. So just to review that real quick. Because there's a way we want to do it so that we don't have to deal with like the issue of people. Go this way a little bit. So when we go up, what we want to do is eventually get to what's called a single chest grab. So when we start walking the hand up, if I get your elbow to the shoulder line, it's going to be much easier, right? You're very strong down here. As soon as I get here, the path to bringing it to the head is pretty easy, right? Because you're just weak when your elbow is basically above your shoulder for bringing it down. So when I get here, what I'm going to do is keep walking it, keep walking it, keep walking it, and then eventually I'm going to grab my own elbow. So I'm going to grab my own elbow on this side, and then I'm going to bring my chest up really high. So I'm going to bring my body up high on my hips up high on the body. So again, like, I don't want to be down here because if you want to bridge and roll me, all that power is transferred to the hips, right? So as soon as I have this arm, like we talked about, we can come forward. So I'm going to come forward as much as possible when I get here. And I'm holding this really tight, and now it's very hard for you to bridge me because my hips aren't even on your hips, right? And I can put my head down for base if I need to. So what we're gonna do is actually mess with your breathing. I'm gonna like put my chest over your face, and I'm gonna make it really uncomfortable so that you don't even want to stay in this position. And eventually I just come up so high and I'm covering your face, and eventually I'm just gonna shoulder shrug this by. So I go like this. Once it's shoulder shrugged by, I can put my head on the other side. Now we can come back down the body. I wanna keep my hand on the back of the tricep for now. And then what we're gonna do is talk about how to like cinch it up tight and start finishing. But this part is pretty important. So, cause like it's frustrating when you get the head up, when you get the hand up there, and then you just like can't fucking get it across. Like, cause it's like every time you try to take your ear to the other side, they like throw it to the ground, and it looks like you're gonna lose the position. That's like a big thing you need to do. So you don't have to deal with that. So let's do this one.
And then own elbow, you said?
Yep.
Like the
So like
tricep?
start walking it all the way up to my
Tricep or?
Yeah, you're gonna grab your own elbow. Just like you're gonna be like this. Imagine like you did a football handoff. Yeah. So you got it up high, and then you're gonna grab your own elbow. That's good. Yeah. So now once it's here, bring your body up really high. You're starting to fuck with my breathing. Yep. And now what you're gonna do is just shoulder shrug and pass it by your head. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Do I want to clamp? Do I want to try and get lower at the beginning, or just clamp down right here first?
You can push down there, low. Yeah, and now you can start moving backwards because you will need to move backwards to come over and cinch the triangle.
So should I let go? Can I let go? So I'm just keep.
No, you definitely want to keep that. You can keep a base with your left arm. Yeah, now that you have it pinned. And then you come back down a little bit lower. That's good. Do that again. The single chest ramp is super important now.
Well, I know I'm saying if you think like, I don't know if I'm
Come high.
but if I show up Tuesday, like grab my elbow, and not after that.
No, I should keep that going.
Yeah.
I feel like this is way smoother. Just
So let's do it again. Or you can come back up on. So do it with cross wrist grip, remember? Pass it. Now go behind my head. Now take an underhook. That's it. Yep. Now you're gonna start walking it up. You start walking it up.
Can I? So from here, like, don't just try and get it from here.
You
Or
can.
should I-
You can. I
if
mean, if it's easy, yeah, you're just not always gonna be like.
But like, if it's you, I'm gonna have to go like one of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Like here, and
Yeah,
then-
this is it. Now you're here. You're grabbing your long tricep, walk up high, and now use a shoulder shrug on this side to pass it.
like
Pass it from this side to the other side.
this way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was going. I was going all the way.
Yeah. And then
That's
bring your
right.
head low.
That's right.
Bring your head low. Exactly. Now you're going lower. This is good.
Okay.
Now you keep. So as you come lower, you keep making your ear go lower because you don't want my elbow coming to the floor. Right. You need to make sure it keeps blocked, and then you're gonna start going into the finish. So.
So if I get it. And then, as you said, just keep this, keep that left arm on my elbow.